Sáfo allows me to bring all my passions together from the medical side to the policy side to the chemistry side because I have an undergrad degree in chemistry. It allows me to do all the things. And one thing in particular, when I moved here, I was very interested in health policy and just kind of health equity, health disparities. And this falls right in line with that, right? Like the disparities in the beauty industry, the disparities in where products are marketed, how they're sold, the safety regulations around them. And one researcher out of Harvard Chan School of Public Health is very interested in the environmental side of beauty products. So she is from California and she tells this story all the time. And I love her to death. Like I love her. I called her up when I heard about her work and I was like, you are doing this work. You've been looking for this for years and you're right down the street from me. What? This is amazing. And they have a whole environmental justice department at Chan School of Public Health. And she felt as when she was growing up, like she just felt out of place because of her hair. I think her mom is Chinese and her dad is black or it's reverse. So she has very textured hair. And like she grew up in a space where textured hair may not have been fully accepted. So she was always interested in like hair and beauty and things like that. And as she got into science, she started looking at the ingredients and the harm. And they did a study that showed that a lot of these toxic and harmful products are more likely to be sold in the Black and brown communities here in Boston, Black and brown neighborhoods here in Boston. They have a higher density of these harmful toxic ingredient or products in those communities who are then suffering the most health disparities when it comes to maternal mortality and morbidity and cancers and things of that nature. And I don't know if anyone's directly linked all this together with the consumer goods space. And I'm not saying it's linked. I'm not saying it's not linked, but I think there's a probability that they are. And I think, her research is really going to set the tone with how we start to have these conversations around beauty justice and how people are getting access to safe and quality products. And that's one of our missions to make sure that these communities have better access to better products. Even in a recent McKinsey article, it even talked about how people from Black communities have to travel 20 plus more minutes than their white counterparts to even gain access to a safer product, right? Like if you don't have that much time in a day to go out looking for these products, how do you're going to run to the store on the corner that's more likely going to have something that's toxic and harmful for you if you live in a Black or brown community. Oh, it is extremely hard to encourage ingredient literacy because the words are so complicated and hard and difficult to understand. Like even me, like I read bottles and I'm like, let me look this up. So it's hard. So it's hard to explain ingredient literacy when there's also some missing gaps in regulations around how people are labeling and in what spaces. So sometimes you may not know what's in those products. And then with Sáfo Hair, we've been super intentional. We first got our Conscious Beauty Collective stamp, which they went through our ingredients and designate us as a clean beauty brand. We're also currently going through Green Seal right now to go through another organization to prove our clean status and safety status. And then also we're looking to start doing a B Corp certification because we want to be intentional about our mission and our purpose as a consumer good brand. I think, I'm from the South and everything that we used to do or growing up with came from the earth. My mother grew up on pretty much a farm and everything they had was pretty much grown there. So it is always a good idea to use plant-based ingredients because it's just one, healthier for you, our bodies from the earth. So, putting these things back into our body with the nutrients that we deserve. A lot of times the ingredients that we use that are used in like your typical consumer goods are synthetic. And then by using plant-based, you are, for sure that you don't have synthetic products. I actually used something synthetic and didn't know it was synthetic a few months ago. And I just was itching all over. I was like, what is this? What is this? And I realized it had synthetic ingredients in it. And your body is going to react in a way that you may not recognize it at the time, but you're going to go into an inflammatory response because your body's going to want to reject it. And you may not know it. It may show up as acne or it may show up as bloating or it may show up as like, I don't know, a cough. But, when you're using these ingredients that are not plant-based or natural, your body is going to start over time just rejecting it. And I think your body will thank you if you use more plant-based natural products. Oh, natural doesn't always mean effective, and then formulation really is the key.